Hello, third act tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Wargroove with me, BlueAnkylo. So last couple episodes we did some side quests which were, well, interesting. I wouldn't say they were bad, but one was really long and one was kind of frustrating in that we were playing as the bad guy and the good guys had units that we didn't even get to use, so that kind of grinds. I think I did a little bit of between episode backtracking. I got a couple more 3 stars, maybe an S rank or 2 here and there. I've just sort of been experimenting with some other strategies just as we go along, getting familiar with the game a little bit more between episodes. I'm guessing we might be getting close to halfway done. I don't know. We'll see. Deep in the Lost Leagues, Emmerich decides strange times call for strange magic.
My queen.
I need to request something of you. Huh? Request something? Sure. These marshlands have an unusual property. A property we may be able to take advantage of. The barrier between the world of the dead and the world of living is particularly thin here. Although, it's a terrible idea. It's immediately going to give us a wave of undead armies powered by the necromancers of the ice world. If I invoke certain kinds of magic, it may allow me to speak with those who have passed. As such, I am asking you, both as my queen and as his daughter, if I may attempt to reach King Merciful.
Father.
Could I talk to him too? I'm afraid that would be impossible. Only the one who casts the spell is able to see and speak with the spirits.
I'm sorry.
I am so sorry. I understand. You talk to him for the both of us. You let him know how much I miss him.
Thank you.
Magic Man, please stay in the camp, even if you hear the sounds of combat. It's just me being killed by skeletons and zombies. This is necromantic magic, and it will draw the undead to me.
What?
Oh, great, sure, yeah, whatever. I wouldn't want to have 2 commanders in the same battle. Some 1 commander per battle limit until the expansion. Once we get to Wargroove 2, then we'll get dual commanders. I can begin the spell using the surface of the pool ahead. Once I start, the undead will sense our presence. They'll be drawn towards the magic, so we must stay alert. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm not really even that tired. I don't know why I'm yawning. Alright, well, this is a huge map. Wow. Okay. So we don't start with a whole lot of units. I hope we get reinforcements, because this is not much. I guess we've got a fair bit of money, so we can sort of heal. But still, this, you know, soldiers, just basic swordsmen, they get one shot pretty easily. Now I will begin casting the spell. Also, if he's like locked into place so he can't, you know, attack or something, we'll have a really hard time. Oh, your highness!
Emmerich.
I'm so glad I've reached you.
Listen.
And, Emmerich, listen, we don't have much time. You're all in grave danger.
It isn't safe.
I know. The Felheim hordes. It's more than hordes, Emmerich. There's a skeleton right behind you. The undead are approaching. Sure, we're fighting an evil necromancer. We go to this area of land where the necromancer magic is extra powerful, and then you're surprised when there's a huge ambush. This magic is so unstable. The undead presence has disrupted my link. The king's spirit is still close by. We must fight our way through and attempt to reach him once more. So that's a lot of guys. Could do some damage to the swordsman. Mostly kill the spearman. I'm a little bit worried. But what else can I do? I can't move him. I feel like if I wait, they're just gonna surround us. Yeah, I think this is how we do. Oh, right, sorry. I forgot I turned that off. Turn back combat animations. So I'm assuming the trick here is to not lose units and to heal them up efficiently without wasting too much money. Okay, this is just a swordsman. My mage would be able to crush him. Let's move up so he's got range to hit him next turn. Swordsman we'll just have up by Emmerich so he can maybe be useful over here. Alright, the undead hordes. Alright, well I'm glad I injured these swordsmen first so my mages stay a little bit healthier. It would have been nice to have Mercia for this fight, because she can heal, right? Nice free healing would be very useful. Yeah, I mean, I think with 1 or 2 heals, we should be able to kill all this if we're careful. Also, we do have Emmerich, who's, you know, commander. He's pretty strong. It's pretty good damage. We are getting criticals because we're in the forest, so that helps. Jeesh, that was more than 93% damage. Finish this guy off. I do like the little war cry. Okay, so I think we probably don't want to cast a healing spell yet. Might want to spread it out to like 3 or 4 units to be optimally good with healing. Alright, sword, spear. We probably... yeah, the pikemen are being kind of smart. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have Emmerich attack 1 if I get this guy out of the way. Which we can technically do. The best kind of do. Or we could, you know, kind of play defensive like BlueAnkylo tends to do. Hide in the forest and get more crits, but... I think this is the turn we send Emmerich in. Start charging his groove up. His groove will let us get crits wherever we want with our mages. Because they'll get the bonus defense shields anywhere. I think this is still probably worth it.
This should do the trick.
Yeah, he should be fine. We'll take 1 relatively big hit. Maybe we'll do a heal sort of next turn. Depending on... I mean, I don't think they could kill the mage in 1 shot. No, and they split up. So this is not even going to be a critical. Yeah.
I have a spell for this.
You wasted your 1 chance. Get wrecked, son. Yeah, 30% should be fine. Nothing. Alright, I'm feeling real confident now. Looking good. Maybe we don't need to cast healing magic at all. To be honest, we probably could get through this without any healing magic. So, this guy's basically dead. Swordsman can finish him off. We should let Emmerich tank. It'll help him get his groove up. It'll help him get his groove on. If I move him here, or even here, Swordsman can get a critical. But I would like... Do I want to finish him off? Just thinking, that's all. Unfortunately, my mages can't get into cover. They're gonna get... I don't want the mages to get hit by a full power pikeman. I think Emmerich will be fine up front.
This should do the trick.
He gets his regeneration. He's much more tanky than the rest of the units. And we're gonna heal up eventually. So we've got a wounded swordsman, a full power pikeman. We're gonna move into the woods. Maybe group up for maybe a heal next turn, depending on what happens. Alright, we should be fine here. That's not gonna kill him, no way. Not even close. Swordsman, just not very strong. And Emmerich takes the biggest hits.
Lightning blast!
Very angry old man. So I'm sure we could wipe these guys out without needing to heal. But in case, I mean, I expect there'll be more reinforcements, so we're gonna want to heal up anyway, right? Take a little bit of damage. Trying to think of a good way to get 4 people healed. Damage. Finish. Move up, heal 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy will be fine. Emmerich will take a little bit more damage, but that's okay because he regenerates. So I don't need him to be full. He can heal up 5% of the turn. And that, 5%, right? Yep, this is fine. Technically, we could heal up twice. I don't think we need to waste double the money. I guess the healing is only 20%. So I could have topped up 3 units right there, but... Oh, I should have checked the range. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm out of range. If anything, we're in range to get this guy murdered. So we could do a crit here if I move Emmerich up. Yeah, that's probably reasonable choice. Ooh, look at me, remembering how my swordsman works. Very nice, very nice. You know what? It's fine. Get my mages at full power. I probably didn't overheal too much there. Like, that was probably still a good use. Emmerich, where are you? There's more I must say. Well, I mean, we're moving. I feel like I've been moving forward at a pretty good pace here, so calm yourself, Ghost Father. Alright, next turn, I think he can make it. Speaking with Merciful again will draw yet more undead towards us. I should gather the troops and keep everyone close. Well, that's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing. You made it! Listen! What's happening now was begun eons ago, before Felheim, before Cherrystone. A great war between nations long forgotten.
Merciful.
You must listen!
Listen, you fool! If you just stopped interrupting, I'd have told you the story. That's a fair number of undead, but they're spread out. Got flying vampires. Alright, we got mage, swords guy, spear guy, archer guy, sword, spear, vampire, archer guy. We are luckily not in too much danger this turn. We're gonna group up. I'm probably gonna use one of my defense shields somewhere around here. It'll make it easier for my mages to get crits. This guy will probably just move into the mountains, which is gonna be a little bit hard to deal with. It would be nice to be able to move someone in there right now, like a mage, but... Alright. So we've got a couple turns before the northern forces get to us, I think. This archer's moving real slow. So first things first, spear dude. Is it... Yeah, it's not a good matchup. That's better. We don't really have anybody that counters mages very well. We don't really have anyone that counters pikemen either. I think we'll probably go with that attack. Might do an attack here. It's kind of wasting a turn with Emmerich. I'm sure, like, we want him to keep moving forward to get the best time, but I'm not worried about going super fast. Not on their first attack. This just prevents the biggest counter damage we could take. Actually, we probably could have moved everybody... No, the mages are pretty fast. I was thinking, like, if I had just run up the road further, the mage... We might have got a free hit on the mage out in the open, but I don't know for sure if that would have actually worked. Yeah, I'm gonna let the mage kill this mage, because the mages are faster than the swordsmen. They can catch up quicker. And either way, they can wipe out these enemies pretty easily. Swordsman's gonna head towards us. He's gonna move one square, and then next turn one square. Not gonna really stretch out too much. Harpy incoming. Or sorry, vampire, same difference. So, I think we let these two come closer. Maybe this is the turn we bundle up and cast my spell. Oh, he's going to be able to move all the way to there. I see. Unfortunately, I guess I was thinking what I wanted was to have him... If he moves up to there, I was hoping that we could... Also, it's raining, so the... Good to know, their archers have a range of 2 squares rather than 3. But, yeah. So if he can move to there next turn, I would like to be able to move to the mountain adjacent. Five squares. Mountains cost 3... Okay, so if I put him in this square, he'll be able to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and he'll be able to get a crit. And he won't be in danger of those. And then the rest of the forces will be... Well, I mean, I'm not going to need that many forces, but we're just going to stay out of range here. Also, this means, technically, even the grass will be protected. So. Well, this will work just fine. This guy has to move... I don't have a lot of space to play with here. Okay, we should be good. Oh, right. Our mage. I'm not going to spend healing. We're not going to spend money on 5 damage. Alright, I think this was pretty good setup. I could technically move up here and do the same thing, but we're going to try to stay out of range of their attack. We'll be able to wipe that harpy out. Okay, this is actually looking really good. Perfect defense. I want... Probably will have Emmerich kill the swordsman. If he doesn't finish him off, then the swordsman can finish him off. And 1, 2, 3, 4. He actually can attack my mage, but I mean, not gonna be able to kill the mage in one hit. I could attack him, but I think that would sort of lose me that swordsman. I'm actually going to attack from this square because it's a little bit closer to the oncoming waves, even though it's less defensive, and I probably won't get the crit. That's okay. 117 should be guaranteed one shot. And then I could rush up. Or I could just put him there to block. Yeah, you know what? I like that idea. He still gets, like, pretty much full defense here anyway. Full defense. He gets entirely full defense. And that way, the mage is protected. And, well, we're going to take a little bit of damage back here, but it's okay. I think having Emmerich up front will help us, you know, move forward anyway. And letting the swordsman deal with the rear guard should be fine. Like, worry about. Oh, he went after this mage. Well, that was smart of them, I suppose. Because we're in weaker... I wasn't paying close enough attention. I was worried about my mage in the mountains. I should have been worried about my mage in the lake. Alright, slight misstep. Slight misstep. Should be a one-shot. Or at least very near. Yeah, we're good. Oh, never mind, we're not good. It looks like they're dead, but actually they have 2%. Alright, let's finish these guys off quick. Alright, mages took a little bit of damage. Emmerich is super healthy, though, so we'll just move him up.
This should do the trick.
And, I mean, we've got lots of money. We can do more healing, obviously. Like, I'm being, like, super, super cautious. We've got, what, an archer and a pikeman coming? Yeah, one archer, one pike. Probably set up a heal before the next round of enemies, but we'll finish these two off and then we'll do a heal before the next summoning, basically. Probably one healing or 1 or 2 healings per group should be fine. In a fairly good spot. It's kind of annoying. Oh well, we're gonna start attacking.
Lightning blast!
Lightning should do bonus damage when you're in the wet water. Right? Oh right, that's a mage, not an archer. I guess they kind of look the same. The hood is pretty similar. I don't want him to get a free attack on my weakened mage. Although, I mean, he's at 1%, so... He couldn't kill anything if he tried. Like, this should not work out very well for him. Extra bonus damage. Sitting in the water, in the rain, with lightning. Not as much damage as I was thinking, but still. Okay, so everyone's taking a little bit of damage. We should be able to get a really nice heal this turn. Well, maybe not this turn, but soon. Maybe this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Well, technically Emmerich doesn't even need it. Because he'll just heal up over the next couple turns anyway.
This should do the trick.
If I wanted to do the healing of these soldiers, we would skip Emmerich this turn. It's fine. We don't need a perfect 5 heal, right? It's not a big deal.
You must listen.
What I have to say is of the utmost importance. Mercia must know what lies ahead. Now, to be fair, just gonna heal it again anyway. I like to think about what the most efficient route is, and then not do it. Change of plans. Nobody needs that much efficiency. So we'll have another groove shield summoning ready to go here. I guess technically you could summon it this turn and then move on to the square next turn, or like summon it last turn here, but like it's fine. Technically we could actually summon it this turn still. Now we're gonna see where the enemies are and position smarter than that. You were speaking of a war. It was called the Great Dissonance. It was a monstrous, bloody struggle. So many died that there wasn't land enough to bury them. That don't believe that. There's more land than people. After a decade of conflict, a nation called Cacophony, acting in despair and desperation, sought to end the bloodshed once and for all. They brought something into the world. Something they couldn't control. Something evil. Not the Fell Gauntlet.
No.
No, a weapon far greater than that. Its name was Requiem. But enough of that. It's time for more Skelebros. There's many a Skelebro. Okay, so I've got 4 healings left, technically. We've got 2 pikes. Mage. Yes, mage. More pikes, more swords, 1 vampire. No, there's quite a lot of enemies here. So how do we do with this? I think that'd be foolish. Unfortunately, my mages aren't in a position to get any attacks right away, so I think we're just gonna move up. And we'll probably, let's see. So the safest defense would probably be to deal with the back line first. I like having the bridge as a choke point, though. Well, we'll see what happens. Alright. I'm sure they'll all just rush towards us. It's probably a fairly predictable battle, all in all. Right, and the Harpy. I should have maybe waited. I probably don't want to go into this forest. Let the Harpy come a little bit closer and then deal with it. Let's see what kind of range we're looking at here. Yeah, so if we stay out of his line... Problem is then we're not dealing with this mage. We kind of pull up towards this forest. Pikemen is pretty slow. Harpy will move up. We could basically put a shield up like in the water or something, and defend there. Because we definitely want to kill the harpy before it can do free damage. So force or 3 defense. If I summoned my crystal first, we'll take a little bit less counter. Oh, I'm pretty sure it doesn't apply to enemies, but I mean, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't think the enemy get any defense bonus, right? They shouldn't. Yeah, 3 defense is all just typical for us. I kind of wish I knew exactly what the numbers mean. Like, what difference does +3, +4 make? Okay, you're gonna be up here. And swordsmen are just gonna be kind of near to Emmerich. They're the most expendable units, obviously. Oh, good, attack the crystal. Waste your time. That's, well, I mean, it's gonna die if it... It actually probably is smart to do that, because if it attacked the mage, he would have done very little damage and just would have died on the counter. This way, he sort of contributes to the fight a little bit. Alright, here we go. Probably gonna have Emmerich go after the mage. The pikemen won't get to him until next turn. So the idea is to clear up as much of this as we can. Sadly, this mage is too far away to really help. I think this mage kind of has to go after the harpy. And we don't really have a counter to this pikeman. I mean, we can get first strike, but I wish this guy could do something. He's probably just going to finish one off and be kind of useless for a turn. And now I'm out of my defensive circle anyway. But that's the trouble. Playing defense too much just gives the enemy free attacks. Still, that was pretty good. And yeah, I don't want to stand in the road. I'd rather stand in the forest. Get out of here, vampires. Ain't got time for that. Question is, what do we do about the pikemen and the swordsmen? I mean, we could finish off the mage, we could finish off the swordsman pretty safely. But then the pikeman's at full health. We could use this guy to heal, technically. Not that we need it yet. I probably should save my money. So, deal some damage so that, like, in a 1v1, as long as you strike first, you win. That's the rule. So this is fine. They'll win, even though they'll take a bit of damage. This guy, well, pikemen are a superior unit, but at least we can be in the forest. Yeah, he'll nearly die here. If he gets attacked twice, essentially. You know, we'll take 40% and 40%. But that won't kill him. And that'll do, I guess. I think it's... Honestly, I think I ignore that swordsman and move my mage down to be more useful. Technically, I could have healed there, you know, but I don't know. Alright, pikeman decides to go after my mage. Splitting up the damage means my healing is more efficient, so great. This is not going to do anything. In fact, you just put yourself at... Doesn't even really matter, I guess. They were going to die either way, I think. Probably. I can probably send one of my weaker swordsmen to finish this guy off. I don't really care about that fight. Alright, pikemen to deal with this turn. So we're looking like it might be getting close to some healing times, but... Wish I had some ranged. So I think we want Emmerich to wound one. And then finish him off with something else. And then probably have the mage go for... Probably about as good as it's going to get. If I healed the mage up, he might be able to... 65, he would do more damage at least. So if I want to start with a heal, what's the best way to do that? We're not going to be able to... It's not going to be a perfect heal. Yeah, because there's... This mage could only attack one, and I'd rather have the stronger mage do that. We're going to kind of ignore the pikeman with 13%. We're going to heal up the swordsman that's going to finish off a pikeman.
Lightning blast!
Yeah, that should be fine for one swordsman, I think. It's pretty close. He might not technically finish it off, which would suck. But come on, buddy. Roll the dice. Alright, we're good. We're good. That just means that we have less counter damage to fear here. Which was all I was trying to get, basically. It's 14%. Oh, it's a road tile either way. So, stand on this side, I guess. Okay, this defensive shield was definitely weaker than my first one. This casting was not terribly effective. We're kind of split up on damage enough for another heal. This one is an archer. An actual archer. An honest-to-goodness archer. Alright. I guess Emmerich... Sure, just finish this guy off, whatever. It's kind of foolish to have him in the back like this, wasting time, but... I mean, he almost one-shot him. That's pretty good. And we're probably gonna... I can set up a 4-person heal, so that's good. We'll probably let them move up, and then in a couple turns we'll set up a bit of a counter push. Alright, so we're gonna go mage, swordsman, mage. Still got 2 heals left. And our crystal's gone. Okay. Now, I think us pushing onto that bridge would be a mistake. So we're going to stay back, just out of their range. And then sort of plan on jumping them after they move up one more round. I specifically want the mages up here to attack from the forest. Or at least one. Yeah, same attack range, okay. And technically my swords guy's safe there, but probably want the healthier one up front. Have Emmerich start moving, although, like I said, might have been better to move him up and just let someone else deal with the swordsman, but... This looks like a pretty good ambush in my book. So we want... I still probably want to do the first attack with the mages. Also, I mean, gee whiz, yeah. I thought the little, rocks might make a little difference there. Okay, we're gonna use the full health mage to attack the archer, and the mostly full health mage to try to kill off the pikeman. And I had the swordsman for backup if I needed them there. Yeah, saves a couple % of damage. Ha! Barely a flesh wound. And that is that. I assume we might have one more round of summons. So we've got 2 heals left, which seems pretty good. And all of our dudes are alive.
Do not falter.
Hurry, old friends. My time is short. I'm hurrying as fast as I can click. Well, I mean, I could have been a lot more efficient. Let's be honest, I could have moved my guys in a better... more of a rush kind of setup. Definitely should let Emmerich take more damage, because there's so many turns just wandering around that he should be regenerating. I think that would be the smarter way to do things. Alright, now if we do get attacked, we've got a pretty good choke or a pretty good corner to turtle up in. The weapon.
Yes.
Yes, Requiem's creators sought to wield it, just like any other weapon. Requiem, however, had its own ideas. Its creators realized their folly too late. They sought to destroy it, but its power had become much greater than their own. However, with a back-breaking effort, they did finally manage to banish it. But a high price was exacted. A sacrifice made to seal away the darkness. Even so, Requiem was not weakened, merely contained. Anchored to the soul of the Princess of Cacophony. It still sleeps, shackled, inside the dragon's cradle. And now Felheim seeks this Requiem?
Emmerich.
Emmerich? I can't hear you.
Merciful!
Tell Mercia.
Tell her what? I couldn't hear you. Oh well, I'll just tell her you had nothing important to say. Requiem, most troubling. I need to return to camp and inform Mercia of this.
My queen.
He loves you, Mercia. Even from beyond the grave. Ghost Daddy loves you. This Requiem, what are we going to do about it?
Dad.
He wouldn't have brought it up unless it was... If it was important, he could have told you about it a few years ago. But right now, we have to focus on getting to Heavensong.
I agree.
Yes, quite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then let's go. We'll just sleep out here in the rain in the middle of the necromantic sort of crypt area. Aw, we only got a B ranking. But I didn't lose anybody. Okay. Congratulations, you can play as Emmerich. Awesome. And you've learned about Cacophony. Let's take a second to learn about Cacophony before we end the episode. It's a lore? Oh, we've got lots of things that we didn't read about in the lore. Long, long ago, the continent of Aurania consisted of just 2 vast countries, divided roughly along the line that now marks the border between the Florin lands and the Lost Leagues. In the east was Silmore, a country of plains and marshes, mountain ranges, and wide, bright deserts. In the west was Cacophony. Wooded and green, its furthest reaches blanketed with thick snow. Not much is known about these two fallen nations, as few survivors were left to tell their story. That's kind of neat. So we really are about halfway through. That's half of the continent. Half of the continent. Cool. All right, well, that's our episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time for whatever awaits. See you there.